What's up, party people? This is Jude Snowboarder here from Facebook, Jude's Junk, Facebook comic book shop and YouTube channel. And my local comic book store is about 2 hours away. It's a 4 hours round trip to go pull my pull list. And I had to bring my car down to the city to get worked on by the mechanic at the Toyota dealership. And the mechanic rates are about $200 an hour, which blew me away. Now, maybe I'm old, but they were telling me as little as, 4 years ago, it was like $125 an hour, which I thought rates for mechanics of what they charge me, the customer, were about $100 to $125 for like 20 years. And they're telling me it's $200 an hour, and they said that was cheap compared to the dealerships. And we're in Boise, Idaho here, so this isn't like an expensive area that could be a lot more expensive. But it struck me if the value or the cost of fees for that almost doubled in 4 years. And I know prices have gone up across the board in a lot of different industries. With inflation, shouldn't you see the value of comic books double? But what we're seeing comic books drop 80 to 90% in some cases. 9.8 is graded is what I'm mostly focused on. 80% drop in value, whereas everything else in the world is costing double. There's got to be some math figure to figure out what's the true decrease in the cost of our books if inflation wasn't happening. So maybe because of inflation, the cost of our comic books is propped up higher than what it would have been without the inflation. So if you see those charts, how it went up in 2021, it went up and peaked out in 21, then it started coming down in 21, 22, 23. And we see in many of those graphs that right now the value of some comic books are still much higher than the 2019, 2020 values. I think I was supposed to make a left right there. So if that's the case, some people are thinking the prices are going to drop to those levels where they were prior to the burst, like 2020 levels. And if you see a comic book that's dropped to that level, it's probably the bottom. Maybe it'll go slightly lower. But there are a lot of big key books that look like they've bottomed out, and they're still way above the 2020 rate. So I'm curious what you think. I had never really thought about inflation and how that impacts the cost of comic books. And if we're seeing average prices of books right now still quite a bit higher than 2020, you interpreting that's the floor because of inflation, or are you interpreting that we're still going to drop a lot more until we get down to 2020 levels again? Anyway, it's just an interesting thought. It was something I hadn't even considered before I went to the mechanic today. Anyways, happy hunting, guys. Hope you had some good stuff over Free Comic Book Day. I just found a great little cheat code for Free Comic Book Day. So on MyComicShop, I buy comics, and for every $5 you spend there, they send you a free comic book day. And I had just ordered, I won 3 9/8 in a contest. It was only like $130, but they sent me all 25 free comic book day books for free, because for every $5 you get a free comic book. So I just tacked on 25 of the free comic book, and they just mail it to me basically for free as well. Anyways, wanted to give that little tidbit out for anybody who bothered to listen all through the video. Anyways, happy hunting, guys.